Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video we're going to learn how to autofill Google Docs template from Microsoft Excel. So I am an event organizer and I've recently organized a competition. I have created a record of all of my participants in my Microsoft Excel worksheet that I have created, and I've also created a letter of participation template using Google Docs, with the help of which I want to create letter of participation for all of the participants whose record I've created in my Microsoft Excel worksheet. And if I'm going to do this manually, it is going to take me a lot of time. So what I did was, I simply created an automation using Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. So here in this automation, what we are going to learn is that as soon as we are going to create a record of our participant in our Microsoft Excel worksheet that we have created, as we are going to enter the details of that participant in our Microsoft Excel worksheet, automatically with the help of the details, a document is going to be created of letter of participation using the template that we have already created using Google Docs. And for that, we are going to create an automation between Microsoft Excel and Google Docs with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you want to learn about this amazing automation, then let me take you all to my screen. Welcome to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to autofill Google Docs template from Microsoft Excel. So I'm an event organizer who hosts successful workshops. I need to generate letter of participations for all of the attendees who have taken the part in the competitions that I'm organizing. Instead of manually filling out each document, what we can do is we can use a pre-designed Google Docs template. So by integrating it with Microsoft Excel sheet containing participants' names and other details, we can automatically generate personalized letters in just few clicks. This not only speeds up the process but also ensures consistency and accuracy across all the documents. And we're going to create this amazing automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly Apps window in front of you, in which you can see the 5 applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on Access Now. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right over here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow, I'm going to give it as Autofill Google Docs template from Microsoft Excel. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow. Next, it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this field. So these are the folders from which I'm going to select Microsoft Excel Automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving a name to a workflow and selecting the folder, let's click on Create in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of How to Autofill Google Docs template from Microsoft Excel, and there are two windows in front of you. One over here says Trigger, other says Action. Trigger and Action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two concepts. Over here, Trigger says when this happens and Action says do this. That means our action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We're going to set up our trigger step first. And for the trigger application, what we're going to do is we are going to select it as Microsoft Excel. We are selecting our trigger application as Microsoft Excel because in my Microsoft Excel worksheet that I've created, I am creating a record of all the participants who have taken the part in the event that I'm organizing. And I want that whenever I'm going to enter the data of the participants in my worksheet right over here, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response of the participant details that I've entered in my worksheet. Okay. I want that with the help of these details of my participants in this worksheet right over here, the letter of participation should be created for that same participant with the help of the Google Docs template that I've created. So this is the template that I've created, and I want to create letter of participation documents with the help of this template right over here. Okay. So how are we going to enter the detail of the participants from Microsoft Excel sheet to our Google Docs template that we have created? That we are going to learn in this video. Okay. So For the trigger application, you are going to select it as Microsoft Excel so that whenever the data of the participant is going to be entered in our worksheet, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response. And for the trigger event, we're going to select it as new row in worksheet so that whenever a new row is going to be added in this worksheet that we have created with the participant details, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response. Okay. So after selecting the trigger application and the event, we're going to click on this connect button to connect Microsoft Excel to Pabbly Connect. A new window is going to appear on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection. After that, it says connect with Microsoft Excel. We're going to click on this button. As we're going to do that, a new window is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the permission. I'm going to click on this accept button as the save process in my data is perfectly saved with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this accept button. As you can see that we successfully authorized Microsoft Excel to Pabbly Connect. After authorizing, it is asking for us to select the workbook and the worksheet. So I've created a workbook in the name of participants details and a worksheet in the name of sheet 1. So what I'm going to do is for the workbook, I'm going to select it as participants details, and for the worksheet over here, I'm going to select it as sheet 1. Okay. After selecting the workbook and the worksheet over here, it says save and send test request. As we're going to click on this button, what is going to happen? The data of the participant, the last data of the participant that we have entered in this worksheet is going to be captured in our response right over here. So as I've already enter the data of a participant in this worksheet, you can see right away for test user. So what we are going to do is, as I've done that, I'm going to click on the save and send test request button. As I've done that, you can see we have received a response right over here. We have received the response of our participant test user. As you can see right over here, we're going to tally the details. For the first name as test, last name as user, email as testuser@pabblytudes.com. This is the email of the user. You can see testuser@pabblytudes.com. For the phone number, dummy mobile number, you can see the dummy mobile number is right over here. For the competition name as the dance competition, as you can see right over here. With the participant's contribution, you can see right away this is the participant contribution that I've written right over here, and this is the same participant contribution that I've written in this worksheet. Okay. So as the response has now been captured in our workflow that we have created using Pabbly Connect, this means that Microsoft Excel is now successfully connected to Pabbly Connect. So now whenever you go to enter the data of your participants in this worksheet right over here, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. But if you're not going to receive the response immediately, then do not worry, as Microsoft Excel is a polling based application. That means you can see as over here, you can see it says 8 hours. This means that in every 8 hours, the new data is going to be collected by Microsoft Excel, and in the duration of this 8 hours, it is going to send that data to Pabbly Connect. Okay. And you can edit this polling duration according to your requirement by clicking on this 3 dots and set trigger time right over here. A new window is then going to appear in front of you, and you're going to click on this wheel. You're going to see that there are multiple options given to you, from the minimum being 90 minutes to the maximum being 24 hours. So from these duration, you can select your own duration. I want it to be 8 hours, so I'm going to select that trigger time, and then I'm going to click on the save button. Okay. You can update the duration according to your requirement. So if you're not going to receive the response immediately after entering your participants details in Microsoft Excel worksheet, then do not worry. As this is a polling based application, it is going to take time to receive the response. Okay. So as Microsoft Excel is successfully connected to Pabbly Connect, this means that our trigger setup is done. After setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step. And as with the help of the details that we have received using Microsoft Excel, we are going to create a document from the template that we have created using Google Docs. Okay, this is a template that I've created. In the template, you can see I've added few variables. What are variables? You can see in front of some values and at the end of some values, there are 2 curly brackets. So these are the variables. And in place of these variables, I want to enter the data of my participants details. And you can see in the variables, some variables are bold. You can see right where these are the bold variables. And you can see some plain variables with some variables that is in an italic format. You can see right over here. So when we are going to create a document, you are going to see that all the variables that we have created is going to be placed with the type of the formatting that we have done of the text. Okay. So now we are going to create a document with the help of this template that we have created using Google Docs of letter of participation for all of our participants whose details we have added in our Microsoft Excel. So now we're going to set up our action step. And for the action application, what we are going to do is we are going to select it as Google Docs. As with the help of Google Docs, I've created the template. So I'm going to select my action application as Google Docs. And for the action event, I'm going to select it as create document from template. As now we're going to create a document with the help of this template of letter of participation that I've created. Okay. So after selecting the action application and the event, I'm going to click on this connect button. A new window is going to appear on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection. After that, click on sign in with Google. A new window is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the permission. So I'm going to click on allow. As the save process in my data is perfectly saved with Pabbly Connect, so I'm going to click on this allow button. As you can see that we successfully authorized Google Docs to Pabbly Connect. After authorizing, it is asking for us to select the template document with the help of which all the documents are going to be created. So I've created a template document in the name of letter of participation template, and with the help of this template all the documents are going to be created. So what I'm going to do is for the template document I'm going to select as letter of participation template. Okay. After that it is asking for the new document's name. So as with the help of this template all the documents are going to be created. We have to give the names to those documents. I want the document's name should start with my participant's name. So for that what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we go to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow, and how mapping works is that as I'm going to click on this field right over here, you can see it says Microsoft Excel new row in worksheet. This was the previous step of this workflow. Okay, and as I'm going to click on it, you can see that this was same response that was captured in our previous step. In the previous step we have received the response of our participants detail, and as I want that the new document's name should start with my participant's name, so from my previous response I'm going to select the data of the participant's first name space the last name. Okay, as I've selected the data from my previous response, the data is mapped, and as I mapped the data has now become dynamic. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Okay, after that I want it as dash letter of participation. So whenever a new document is going to be created, it's always going to start with the participant's name dash letter of participation. This is going to remain same as I've manually entered the data is static, it is not going to be updated. Okay, so the document's name is always going to be the name of the participant dash letter of participation. Okay, after that it is asking for the new document's location. Whenever a new document is going to be created with the help of this template, where are all those documents going to be saved? So for the new documents location, I've created a folder in my Google Drive in the name of events participants letters, and I want to save all the letter of participations in this folder right over here. So what I'm going to do is from this drop down I'm going to select the folder that I've created, that is events participants letters. Okay, so I've selected the new documents location. Okay, after that it is asking for the name, event date, name of the competition, and participants contribution. So these are the four variables that I've created in this template. You can see right away, that is name, event date, name of the competition, and participants contribution. And for the data of these variables that I've created, what we are going to do is we're going to map the data. For the name of our participant, I'm going to map the data of the name of my participant, first name space the last name. For the event date, as we have received the response of the event date, I'm going to map the data of that. For the name of the competition, I'm going to map the data of the name of the competition right over here. And similarly for the participants contribution, I'm going to map the data of the participants contribution from my previous response. Okay, I have mapped all the data and I've written all the data that is required in this step right over here. After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request button. As I've done that, you can see right away we have received a response which is a partial response. In this response we have received the document ID. This means that the document has been created. I'm going to open my Google Drive folder that I've created, and yes, you can see right over here in my Google Drive folder a letter of participation has been created. I'm going to open this document from here. You can see a document in the name of test user letter of participation has been created. It has the details of our participant. You can see right away the name as test user, which is in bold, as we have made the character bold for this variable right over here. Okay, it comes as the event date. The event date is right over here with the name of the competition as dance competition. Over here is the participants contribution in italic format, as we have already created a variable in an italic format. That is why for the participants contribution the sentence is in an italic format. Okay, so as the document is successfully created from the data that we have entered in our Microsoft Excel, this means that we successfully created an automation between Microsoft Excel and Google Docs with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I am an event organizer and I've recently organized a competition. I create a record of my participants details in my Microsoft Excel worksheet that I've created. My objective is that as I've created a template using Google Docs of the letter of participation, I want to autofill all the data of my participants details from my Microsoft Excel worksheet to the Google Docs template that I've created of letter of participation. And for that I've created this amazing automation between Microsoft Excel and Google Docs with the help of Pabbly Connect, and this is how you create this amazing automation. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video. Not just with these applications, you can create automation with the help of Pabbly Connect between multiple applications. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask your queries on forum.pabbly.com. If you have any queries regarding the pricing of Pabbly Connect, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions and doubts, and please share this video, and thank you for watching.